The Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, narrated by Jason Youngman. First, how do I regard my relation to them, and the fact that we were all born for each other? And turning the argument here, that I was born to be their leader, as the ram leads his flock and the bull his herd. But start with first principles. If not atoms, then nature governing all. If so, then the lower in the interest of the higher, and the higher for each other. Second, what sort of people they are at table, in bed, and so on. Most of all, what sort of behavior their opinions impose on them, and their complacent pride in acting as they do. Third, if what they do is right, no cause for complaint. If wrong, this is clearly out of ignorance, not their wish. Just as no soul likes to be robbed of truth, so no soul wants to abandon the proper treatment of each individual as his worth deserves. At any rate, these people resent being accused of injustice, cruelty, selfishness, crimes against their neighbors. Now for the fourth point. You yourself have many faults, and are no different from them. Even if you do refrain from some wrongs, you still have the proclivity to them. Even if your restraint from wrongs like theirs is due to the fear or pursuit of public opinion, or some other such poor motive. 5. You are not even sure that they are doing wrong. Many things are done as part of a larger plan, and generally one needs to know a great deal before one can pronounce with certainty on another's actions. 6. When you are overly indignant and perhaps losing patience, remember that human life is a mere fragment of time, and shortly we are all in our graves. 7. It is not their actions which trouble us, because these lie in their own directing minds, but our judgments of them. Well, remove these judgments. Make up your mind to dismiss your assessment of some supposed outrage, and your anger is gone. And how to remove them? By reflecting that no moral harm is caused you. If moral harm were not the only true harm, it would necessarily follow that you yourself are guilty of causing much harm, and become a robber, a rogue. 8. The greater grief comes from the consequent anger and pain, rather than the original causes of our anger and pain. 9. Kindness is invincible, if it is sincere, not fawning or pretense. What can the most aggressive man do to you if you continue to be kind to him? If, as opportunity arises, you gently admonish him and take your time to re-educate him at the very moment when he is trying to do you harm? No, son, we were born for other purposes than this. There is no way that I can be harmed, but you are harming yourself. And show him delicately how things are, making the general point that bees do not act like this, or any other creatures of gregarious nature. But your advice must not be ironic or critical. It should be affectionate, with no hurt feelings, not a lecture or demonstration to impress others, but the way you would talk to someone by himself irrespective of company. Keep these 9 points in your mind. Take them as gifts from the muses, and begin at long last to be a human being while life remains. You should avoid flattery as much as anger in your dealings with them. Both are against the common good and lead to harm. In your fits of anger, have this thought ready to mind, that there is nothing manly in being angry, but a gentle calm is both more human and therefore more effective. It is the gentle who have strength, and courage, not the indignant and complaining. The closer to control of emotion, the closer to power. Anger is as much a sign of weakness as is pain. Both have been wounded and have surrendered. Now, if you will, take a 10th gift from the leader of the Muses. The thought that it is madness to expect bad men to do no wrong. That is asking for the impossible, yes? But it is cruel tyranny to allow them such behavior to others while demanding that they do no wrong to you.